Okay, hello everybody. In this short video tutorial we're going to look at adding and exploring vector data in a GIS. This is part of Lab 1, which hopefully you'll be completing by yourself, and then we'll be reviewing during the lab time in week 4. First thing we want to do is add data to the GIS. Now we do that by clicking on this Add Data button. Now what we'll need to do next is browse to where we've saved our data. My GIS opens it up straight away because I located it earlier on. But if you need to go and find that data, you do it by clicking this button here, Connect to Folder, and then connect to your local folder where you have downloaded and stored this data. I'm going to load up all 3 of these the files at once. I can do that by holding down the Control key and clicking 1, 2, 3, and then clicking Add. Now this will probably take some time. These are large data sets being transferred across the network. But one of the things just to point out in this video tutorial is when the data is added, it uses a number of default situations. The color it loads it up in is just a default color. It could be one of any number of things, and that's very easily changed. It will also load up the image in 2 ways. It will show you the file down here in the layers table, and then it will actually show you the image in this window here, which is the map viewing window. Now in the layers table, whatever file is on top is the file which is displayed on top in the map window, and likewise at the bottom. So if you've loaded up a file and you're not able to see it because it's covered by something, it's usually because in the layers table the file is below other files which are blocking your view. So the data files have loaded up here. We can turn on and off these data files very simply just by clicking this tick. We can say there that we've taken off Ireland towns. We can turn that back on. We can take off Ireland coastline, and that leaves us with the counties of Ireland underneath, as we can see there. Okay, now these are vector files. Ireland towns is a point file. Ireland coastline and Ireland counties are 2 polygon files. Now first thing I'm going to do is move Ireland coastline down below Ireland counties so that we can see the outline of the counties. Now in shapefiles we have one file which contains many different elements. So for example with Irish towns, if we open up the attribute table by right clicking on the folder, on the file, click Open Attribute Table, we'll be able to see that there are 2094 elements in this. That's 2094 individual dots. Each one represents an individual town. So if we highlight a number of them just by clicking and dragging, we can see that we've actually highlighted towns on the map itself. Now the data associated with this shapefile, the different elements associated with it are we have, for example, the easting, the northern coordinate, we have the county which it's found in, and we have the town name. If we turn off Ireland towns and look at Ireland counties and do the same thing, we can see that each county has an individual entry, and if we were to highlight a number of these again, we could see that on the map viewer it highlights them too. Now the different attributes which each of these elements have, it's got a lot more than the individual towns. We have the name of the county, we have the country it's located in, we have various different sets of coordinates and various different projections. We also have the perimeter length and the area length, which is quite a useful tool to have.